I wanted to make a quick video about the different type of sneakers that you see me wear in the gym. There's a reason that I wear certain shoes on certain days and I don't wear certain shoes for certain exercises. Now, I'm going to talk about obviously the different type of sneakers I have here. They all have their exercises that I use them for, and then your typical sneakers such as Nikes, Adidas.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.
It's pretty simple. Why I don't wear sneakers when I deadlift. Sneakers have a thick sole, they can be 1 inch or more, so you're further from the ground. The further you are from the ground, which means you have more range of motion. The more range of motion that you have to do, or level of effort that you have to give with that range of motion to lift something, the harder it is. The less range of motion, the easier it is to lift something heavy. Basically, it's the difference between sumo and conventional. Sumo has less range of motion, so it's easier to lift something. Why people sometimes consider it cheating, even though if you can lift 500 pounds sumo or conventional, you can lift 500 pounds. For me, I'm conventional, but regardless of what it is, you want to be as close to the ground, so you want a thin sole, or you want to just be without sneakers, just be barefoot. I would either be barefoot, socks on, or I'm going to wear a thin sole shoe so I can be close to the ground, more stability, and less range of motion. When it comes to squatting, it's not so much about the range of motion, it's more about the stability. Now with squatting, you want to be basically as neutral as possible when you're coming on the descent, so that the squat, when it comes back up, follows a vertical path. The problem with sneakers is that they're not flat-footed, so either way, with this little curvature you have going on, you could lean a little bit more with your toes. And the most common thing I see is when people are squatting, basically the heels come off the ground and they're unstable at that point. Basically one little wrong move and they could basically hurt themselves. Sneakers, like I said, keep them for running. Do not squat, bench. You could bench with sneakers on, depending on how you are, but just don't squat or deadlift with sneakers on. It's pretty simple for squatting. Get yourself a pair of Nike Romaleos. Elevated heel shoes allow you to get more depth. They're pretty stable with the strap. You can get a pretty tight fit, and they have really good grip. For one, I like to wear these when I squat, or for most likely, I also like to wear them when I bench because it allows me to put my feet a little bit further because the elevated heel, and it allows me to get more of an arch when I bench. And also with the grip, I'm able to put more leg drive without slipping. So for one, squat or bench, I recommend Nike Romaleos or any type of elevated heel shoe. So for me personally, when I squat or deadlift, it's going to be the Notorious lifts. They have a very thin insole, very good grip on the ground. They allow pretty good flexibility because they are very neoprene material, which allows you to basically bend and flex. It's basically like wearing super grippy socks with rubber feet on the ground. I just love these. Personally, I think they're the best in the game for squatting and deadlifting. Now, before I had my Notorious lifts, I was wearing the SABO deadlifts. The SABO deadlifts have a super thin sole as well, very good grip, and they have a little bit more stability because of the ankle support and also the laces and straps. These are awesome. The only reason I like the Notorious lifts better is because they're easier to take off. They're just like slip on, slip off. So get yourself either SABO deadlifts, they're pretty cheap, about 80 bucks, or Notorious lifts. These are about, I believe, 50, 60 bucks right now. These are my favorite for squatting or deadlifting. Send it to the ground, flat sole, very thin sole, so it reduces the range of motion that we talked about in any one of these. And they're awesome to squat in because they're flat to the ground, thin insole. It allows you to be pretty much centered to the ground with even weight distribution. So you can't go wrong for squatting or deadlifting in any one of these, and these are my favorite. You'll probably see me wear either one of these. Most likely right now I'm on the no slip drip train right now because I love the Notorious lifts, but before I used to be on the SABO deadlift shoes. I hope you found this video helpful. If you can, please like and subscribe the video and check me out next time. Thank you.